Hendry, placed by Reaper. Plenty getting forward here for Barnsley. Eden, nicely done. Running out of room. Well, they get a corner. Off Tim Breaker. The risk of being accused of bias, I think it is only fitting that the first corner at Oakwell in the Premiership season should go to the home side. A bit of watching going on there, not too much football being played. Useful looking cross. Oh yes! The captain has given them the lead. Neil Redfern is the scorer of the first goal for Barnsley in the Premiership. He was among the goals last season. Claimed his study should have been better because he missed penalties. He directed that header wide of the flailing McCluskey. It's taken 9 minutes for Barnsley to make their presence felt among the big boys. Kitson, Berkovitz. Kitson. Redfern. Still again promise for West Ham from their right side. That's a beautiful ball. It's taken by Eden. Bullock is ahead of him. Two others to the left. That's a fine ball too to Hendry if he can dig it out. Blocked by Reaper. Shot was from Barnard in the end. And it was a good attack. That was a useful ball too. Just didn't quite sit. Good challenge. Wanted a bit more time than he had then, Hendry, to tell the truth. He did well to balance himself. So did Breaker. Berkovitz. Kitson. Well played. Eddie Moses, who came across, important for Barnsley that they keep the advantage to the half-time interval. Good determination again by Kitson. It's a corner. Berkovitz near post, Kitson in the middle. Ferdinand on the near edge of the 6-yard area. Lomas pulls away for the wide run. And Watson comes for it and gets a really good fist on it. Over the head of Dazoo. He's not the tallest at 5'11", Dave Watson, but he gets off the ground really well. Berkovitz. Opportunity. Oh, goodness me, Dazoo gave the chance to Mark Reaper. He didn't really keep his head. It's a bad piece of defending, it has to be said, this. Reaper didn't make him pay. Potts. Referee has a look at the watch on his left wrist. Now that confirms what the one on his right wrist has said. And half-time has been reached. And the man who scored the goal comes off after a quick conversation with the referee. Neil Redfern, the captain of Barnsley, has set the right example. And a well-earned break. And the need of cool drinks all around. At half-time, it's Barnsley 1, West Ham United 0. A familiar sight in these parts, but no longer. But even so, things brightening up in the area of Barnsley, not least because of the exploits of their football team. And they start the second half in the lead with West Ham making one substitution. Here's Stan Lazaridis, and he's come on in place of Tim Breaker. First clearance by Reaper. Tinkler. Wilkinson. Bullock had a more than useful first half. Redfern. Eden again threatening in the box, but he got himself on the wrong side for a moment. And Harry Redknapp in the shorts with Frank Lampard. And here is Hendry and Lazaridis, who made up good ground on him. He's quick, is Stan Lazaridis. Because John Hendry, although not quite as young as he used to be, is certainly still no slouch. Ferdinand, Moncur, Berkovitz, Hartson, Berkovitz, Lazaridis offering on the left, Kitson threatening down the middle, Lomas on the right. Much more controlled play by West Ham until that pass from Lomas, which was quite awful. Reaper. Can't get out of their own half except in chasing clearances, Barnsley. And they won't even do that from that clearance. In among the male torsos. Watson has come for this and didn't make it, and Hudson equalises, and it's been on the cards, the equaliser, since the start of the second half. Dazoo and Watson together. I'm not quite sure why Watson was there. He'd come a long way, and on that occasion really didn't get off the ground. And Hartson makes it 1-1. Bullock for Barnsley. It's good play by Barnard. This is Hendry. And good stuff from McCluskey, who always looked the favourite in that. It was well played in and not well cut out, but the goalkeeper did well. He's a big fellow. And blocked. It's Berkovitz. That's nicely done. Lazaridis, Hartson in the middle, watched by Dazoo. And neither Dazoo nor the goalkeeper looked too good on that. He's added some spark down the left side, has Lazaridis. Watson, having looked entirely confident and more than confident at the sunny end, is in the shadows in more ways than one. Here's McCluskey, uses his head well, or has he? Here's Hendry, no. Wouldn't spin down in time for him. Potts. Hartson. Dazoo not falling for that. Tinkler, it's all a bit untidy from Barnsley's point of view. Kitson, not a bad try. Certainly a need to be tighter at the back for Barnsley. Hendry. It's a corner. Barnard again. Hendry. Room for a decent cross, and McCloskey rather flapping at it, to tell the truth. Tinkler. Eden. Out by Kitson to Marcel. Marcel. Tricky feet. But there was a big crowd. And he couldn't find a way to keep it down. That's well played by Eden, who's impressed me in this match. And Moncur has got himself into trouble. Quite stupidly. Redfern will take the free kick. West Ham wanting to make a substitution, but your defending is never the right time. Perhaps they knew they wouldn't need to defend. And Isle Berkovitz is the player who is coming off. Hasn't really done what he hoped to do in the match, and he's replaced by Frank Lampard with a little JNR after his name. Watched by his father, and a player of some promise. His dad served West Ham well. Lampard immediately into the action, looks for somebody left side, finally finds him with Hughes. Lazaridis is the player going outside. 3 for the cross, and Lampard has scored! Well, that's got to be one of the quickest. He started that, and he finished it. Mr. Magnusson would have been proud of him. Just tucked it in, not entirely comfortably, but in the end very effectively. Marcel is not making sure with his passes, and here is Kitson with an opportunity to tie it all up. Hudson coming to support, but Kitson I'm sure will have a crack on his own if he can. And here's Moncur, it's a good save by Watson. There's something to atone in that. It's certainly been all over at 3-1. Kitson rather lost his way. West Ham supporters wanting the final whistle. That's a good challenge by Terrier. It's a good start by him. Moses. Every West Ham player deep in his own half. Marcel. Still Marcel. Doesn't have to have the winning card every time when he makes the trick, but he tends to be looking for it every time. Here's Hendry. Here's Barnard. That's useful. That's Christoph. That's a good save. Just put his arms up. Locked, made it look very easy. He was in the right place at the right time was the secret of that, and Christoph denied. And the new boys start with a defeat. Delighted West Ham. Danny Wilson, quick to the dressing room. Proud father will talk to son, because Frank Lampard's first goal for West Ham United proved to be a winner at Oakwell, added to the earlier goal by John Hudson. Barnsley, good value for the lead at half-time, given them by Neil Redfern. Went to sleep at the start of the second half. The goal, an error defensively, particularly by young Dave Watson, but they really were not at the races at the start of the second period. They were made to pay, and when they got back into the game, suddenly on came Lampard to make it 2-1 to West Ham. Good victory for the London team. Disappointment for Barnsley, but they shouldn't get too depressed about it.